Okay.
Was there a 24-hour sun in Antarctica when you were there? That
Enjoy
picture in
your
the background, it's is that you right there? And where's that located?
right
Right
there.
there. Yeah.
That's Antarctica, and then that's Iceland.
You were in Antarctica?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to ask you, okay? Because this is was this during when were you in Antarctica?
2011,
And what was the year or the month that you were there?
December.
December. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be a very interesting question for you.
Okay.
Was there a 24-hour sun in Antarctica when you were there?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Was there a 24-hour sun in Antarctica when you were there?
Yes and no.
Okay. Was there a 24-hour sun in Antarctica when you were there?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yes and no. Yes and no. So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly, and sunrise was like at 2:45 in the morning.
What does the sun do in Antarctica? This is a very, very important one. On the globe model, during certain times of year, specifically during the southern summer solstice, which we are coming up on in a couple of weeks, most of Antarctica at that time has what's known as a 24-hour sun. And this is because on the globe model, we have what's known as an axial tilt. That's why when you purchase a globe, it's tilted. And so if you look here, I'm going to tilt the globe towards the camera. As the Earth spins, you can see Antarctica the entire time. And so during the southern summer, as the Earth is spinning, a lot of Antarctica is exposed to the sun the entire time. So that results in what's called a 24-hour sun or a midnight sun.
So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly, and sunrise was like at 2:45 in the morning.
This is something that flat earthers have said for years does not happen in Antarctica. They have said there is no 24-hour sun. They have said you don't see the sun in the sky for 24 hours. And they've made a very adamant stance against this. And the globe model says, hey, there is a 24-hour sun.
So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly, and sunrise was like at 2:45 in the morning. So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly.
So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly. So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly.
And so that's why I created the final experiment. As I said, let's just go and see. Now, in terms of modeling, a gentleman, lots of people on the globe side have done models of what they expect the sun to do where we will be at, which is Union Glacier, Antarctica. But a guy named Ole D. Hasselier, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, he sent me a model of what the sun should do on the globe model where we will be. And so I'm going to go ahead and share that now. And this model, you'll see the rotating Earth in the upper right corner. You'll see the sun there and the motion of the sun. And you also have the terrain around us at Union Glacier. This kind of modeling can be done because the globe is real.
So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly. So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly. So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly. So sunset was at 2 in the morning, roughly.
So it was almost 24 hours. It dipped down and then it came right back up, but it never got dark.
Were you at Union Glacier or where were you located? What base?
So we were first on a ship and went down there as a tour group, and then we stopped at the U.S. Base there. One of the guys on the ship was one of the microbiologists or maritime biologists. I forget the name. It was just someplace out on the ice is all I know.
Okay, so you saw almost a 24-hour sun. Basically,
Yeah.
it only dipped down for
Like just minutes.
okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, because I know in Union Glacier it does it for 2 hours, I think.
The stream did actually record the sun going behind like kind of over Mount Rossman, which is south anyway, which is if the sun was going to set in Antarctica, is where it would have been. The stream did actually record the sun going behind Mount.
The sun going behind Mount, going behind Mount, going behind.
We were up close to. So that sun ropes around here, and last night, once it goes behind the mountain for about, I don't know, it's probably behind the mountain 2 hours.
The whole reason I say it wasn't real is because I haven't seen evidence that it has been real. It's just on the basis of, trust me, bro, it's not faked. The issue we've been having a lot is, especially because this whole thing was based on deception from the get-go from Mr. Duffy himself. And unfortunately, there's a lot of red flags that people have been pushing out that have been not really addressed, other than either excuses or just say, no, you guys don't know what's going on kind of thing. I have my own idea how I think you could have faked the sun, which I will be presenting.
Okay, are you going to maybe give a suggestion of how you think it was faked, so you and Dave can talk about that?
Yeah. Well, my idea is how they could have faked it was Duffy or someone could have gone earlier and got high-def HDRs surround environments of Antarctica, because when you look at the footage, we don't see Union Glacier anywhere around there, and they're only about 1.5 kilometers away. You should see Union Glacier Camp. We don't see Union Glacier Camp at Mount Rosman, so that shows that they were either probably there when it was off-season, when there were no tourists available. They were able to get their environment done, HDR environment done, and they could recreate it in Unreal Engine 5 if they wanted to. And therefore, when they did all really go down in December, they were able to just fake the sky and have the rest as a real environment.
Yeah.
But if you go like past that mountain, then it's going to be 24 hours. So
Yeah,
I
it
just
was-
want to know. So everybody knows, all right. This is just I did not ask him about this or random. The reason why I'm saying this, Betty, because I have a portion of flat Earth believers, right? That believe the Bible teaches a flat Earth, and then some people that are just flat Earth believers, and they went to Antarctica for the final experiment, and they checked for a 24-hour sun, basically. So
Thank you. Okay, so I think the way to start is Steve's also got it first. He's gonna ask you a few things and show stuff, and then if you want to answer, it would be great, and then we move on from there.
Sure.
Hi, Will. Long time no speak.
Good to see you.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Well, I got to here about 15 minutes before, because just wanted to sort of have a chat with Flats, and if you'd been here, that would have been fine. What I thought would be to have, because I've got a couple of fundamental questions to ask you and TFE, and maybe Flats has as well, and maybe you've got some questions to ask us. But I thought maybe we could start off, say, like, I have 5 minutes to put why I'm here, and then you can come back and have 5 minutes or whatever, and then we can get into a discussion. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Okay. So, I was so the 5 minutes starts now. So I was happy in my flat Earth retirement until TFE came along, and Will Duffy sat before me now, put out a call to say if any flat Earthers got anything that they want to bring to the table that I haven't heard before, says Will. So I emailed you, and next thing I got an email saying I haven't heard that before. That sounds great, and I was on your show pre going to the ice. And what I was on your show for was that I had said that because I'm a biblical flat earther, that I believe the sun circuits the earth, just as it says in Psalm 19. The sun carries on its magnificent circuit. I'd worked out that at 3 o'clock UK time in the morning, which would be midnight Yeshua time and also midnight Punta Serenas time and midnight Union Glacier time, I'd worked out that by that time the sun would have long gone. And I came onto your show and said, what we'll do, Will, to make it so that as foolproof as it can be, because you going out onto the ice, you will have been you'll be following 5 or 6 other failed attempts where they've been shown to have been fraudulent in various areas for capturing the 24-hour sun. But what we would do is that you would WhatsApp me live at 3 o'clock UK time, which would be midnight any time between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, UK time, you would pan the site with your phone live, and you would talk to me, and you would show the sun in the sky, and then I would have some serious questions. So I then said, well, look, Will, it's okay. I'm blessed to be here now, but if it works out, because you're going to have all sorts of things going on, and I get it, right? It could be like you're under pressure, etc. But at some time, call me at that time so we can demonstrate that the sun is in the sky live. So that's how we left it. And you said yes, you agreed to that. And then the next thing I know, I don't know whether it's the Lord who woke me up, but 3:30 in the morning, I woke up on the Sunday morning, and my phone was silent, no message from you at all. And the next thing I know, you're on the ice with all the boys and girls, and you're talking about capturing the midnight sun. And then you referenced me on the ice, and you said, and hey, Steve, if you're looking, Steve had this thing about time zones, but we're here now, and look, we've captured the midnight sun. And my issue was never about time zones per se. My issue was about knowing that if the sun circuits the earth, that if you were to phone me at that time live, we would be able to see whether or not the sun was live in the sky. So anyway, so you didn't do it. I've kept the text and the emails. I texted you 3 times from my home to say, Will, give us a call, give us a call. The next thing is I get an email from you, and the email says, hey, sorry, Steve, I couldn't live link with you. I couldn't WhatsApp with you because my phone was lent out for the Candace Owens live link onto Rumble. So I said, that's nonsense, Will, because you could have borrowed anybody's phone. There were loads of phones on the ice, because the whole idea was that for you would be able to trounce a flat earther by calling live from the ice and showing everybody that the sun was in the sky and that you were calling me, but I got nothing. So then you emailed back and said, I can do it the next morning. And I said, Will, sorry, you can do it the next evening. And I said, Will, I can't trust you now, because I've seen all the people come out on the ice show, Jerem being wheeled out, Whitsitt sort of saying, yeah, it's working. The 24-hour sun looks exactly like it's going to do it. And I'm thinking, they haven't even seen it. And Whitsitt says, I haven't even seen the 24-hour sun yet. And he's now parroting the message from TFE. So I couldn't trust you. And so then you did another video where you said I was throwing my toys out the pram. You were saying I was getting angry, etc. I wasn't getting angry. I was just stating facts. And you can look at the emails. I wasn't getting spiteful. I was just stating facts. I couldn't trust you. You didn't do what you said. So then we did a post. You then got back. We then did a post video, and in the post video, I raised some issues that suddenly brought six boys of TFE into the room. It was 6 against 1 at one point, 7 against 1 at one point, which I found pretty daunting, but that's okay. It's not a problem, because that's why we're here. We have to face tough things sometimes. And I was getting completely trounced by people calling me a liar and saying that, he's throwing his toys at the pram. What did he expect Will Duffy to call him? He had loads of things on his mind, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't about that. The principle was you agreed to do it and he didn't do it. And then the next thing I know is that Craig from FTFE, and I've nearly finished, Craig from Fight the Flat Earth, then calls me up, or he emails me and says, hey, Steve, do you want to come on the show? And I naively, because I've been out of the game for a long time, but I'm pretty clued up again now as to how nasty it can get. Craig from FTFE said, do you want to come on the show and talk about your experience? And what that turned into was a hatchet job from you guys, where a special video being put together to slander me, to call me a liar, to make out that I was a liar. I got called a liar, a psychopath. I had 3 hours of, and it's fine, because I can take it and I conducted myself well. I had 3 hours of slander from Craig from FTFE, calling me a psychopath and a liar, etc. Anyone who watches the show will see it. And at the end of the day, you had sent him all of the emails, because he said, I've been sent all the emails, I've been sent all the texts. So it became apparent to me that I had touched a nerve with this you not phoning, and it had become a really big thing because if it does come out that you hadn't phoned me and there's no valid reason why you didn't, it is a big thing because I had put forward an argument to show that if you couldn't phone me live because the sun wasn't in the sky, that would be a massive PR blow for everyone at TFE. And the end result was you didn't phone me. And so now lots of flat earthers are understanding this and saying that you were a snake about it, that you lied about it. I've got nothing to hide. I didn't lie at all. I didn't, everything that you saw me in my videos about this whole situation, I've been upfront about it, and I've been clear and coherent. And it's never that is one aspect of the visit. Why didn't Will Duffy call me live from the ice? That is something that is rumbling on. A lot of flat earthers find that very suspicious, and there's never been a coherent answer from TFE as to why that live call that would prove that you were live, that you could have borrowed anybody's phone to do it, why that live call didn't take place. So that's about 5 minutes. I'm done. That was me.
Long 5 minutes. Okay. So I don't even know where to start. Let me think about this for a second. So Steve, why do you think if the flat earth community as a whole is not accepting TFE, why would they, and we live streamed multiple times, why would they accept a call to you, some guy they don't know? Why would they accept a call to you as valid? Therefore, TFE is good and fine and right, but they don't accept the live streaming and the interaction we did with hundreds of other people. Explain that.
Well, Will, I'm sorry, but that's deflection because I've just asked you straight why you didn't call me, and that's and also I demonstrated, Will, I demonstrated in my flat Earth video, like TFE Epic Fail Part 1, how live streams can be faked. And you didn't have one interaction. You didn't have a single. You and Dave McKeegan, and also Jeren, when they were asked to reference live where they were, they gave 2 dates from 2 days previous. Both of them. One was for a football score in the UK, and one was for an American football match that was 2 days old. I asked you to phone me live, Will, and it doesn't matter what other people think. This is about you and me and our agreement. I live on air in front of 1,500 people at the time, and now thousands.
Okay, cool. This is very simple. I don't want to waste my time, so you guys need to make sure that this is going to be a good use of my time. Steve and Keith, if I get someone to live stream with Steve in Antarctica at the time he suggests, they pan around and the sun is up, will you guys admit flat Earth is false and we live on a globe? If not, this is a waste of my time.
That doesn't make it a flat Earth or not. Steve is
okay,
just
so this is a waste of my time. Please tell me why doing a live stream with Steve and circling around at a specific time is a good use of my time. Tell me that, or this is a waste of my time.
Will, you agree to do it? Will, you agree to do it?
Hey, Steve.
You agree to do it, Will.
Steve, listen.
You agree to do it.
Steve.
You seem to be running, Duffy.
I'm not running. Steve, if I do this for you with someone in Antarctica, will you admit that the Earth is a globe and that flat Earth is false? If not, why are we wasting our time?
Will, we're not wasting time because I'm asking you about a historic event that you agreed
Steve,
with.
I'm gonna leave if you guys are gonna waste my time. I will answer that. But I need to know from you, if I'm going to take my time and effort to give you what you're asking for, why do you want to see that? If you see a sun, will you say that means flat Earth is false, or are you wasting everyone's time? Tell me why.
Nobody's wasting your time, Duffy. He's just asking a simple question, which you're refusing to answer.
I just asked you a simple question, Will.
I'm going to answer the question, Steve. You need to answer this. Why do you want someone to live stream with you from Antarctica and pan around? Why?
To show us live.
Because, well, I can tell you why. Because I stated it in my interview with you before you went on the ice and post that all previous 24-hour suns that have been supposedly captured have been, for one reason or another, failed. Now, and so it was agreed, and you've said throughout your
Steve, you're not answering.
and
Steve,
also
why
Dave,
do you want someone to live stream with you?
Will, I am answering. Dave McKeegan said in one of his live streams, he said, or in one of his videos, never before have we had to pay so much attention to make sure that what we're carrying out is not fraudulent. Now, he said that in one of his streams, and that was because so many people are watching this because it's got such a lot of broken glass history.
Steve,
so TFE went out there with broken glass history. So that's why I had that agreement
Steve,
with you,
you're
Will,
not answering. You're not answering my question. Steve, you're not answering my question.
I am, Will.
Why?
You didn't phone
Why
me.
do you want someone to phone you from Antarctica? Answer the question right now.
Okay, I want someone to phone me from Antarctica. I wanted you to phone me from Antarctica, Will, because I'd worked out that because the sun circuits the Earth, the sun would have long gone from Union Glacier when you were supposed to call me, and you didn't call me, and that's because the sun had long gone as far as us flat earthers.
Steve, okay, so why do you? Okay, so you want someone to live stream with you because you believe there'll be no sun visible in the sky. Is that correct?
No.
Will,
Keith, stop. Hold on.
Will,
Steve, is that why you want someone to live stream with you? Is to show that there's no sun in the sky?
No, Duffy.
Will, I've asked you, why didn't you live
Steve,
stream?
you're not answering my question.
You're not answering him,
Duffy. Want someone to live stream with you from Antarctica? Why?
What someone you?
Because it would demonstrate that there was a sun in the sky, and it was also demonstrate there was no jiggery pokery. Because I asked you specifically to get your mobile, Will, and pan right around the site.
Okay.
And so instead of doing that, you then reference me on the ice.
Hey, Steve.
So you obviously had me in
talking
mind
about the
when you were
past.
talking. But Will, this is about the past.
What matters?
This is about what happened.
What matters is actions. Okay, I am right now committing to do something for you. If it's not a waste of my time, I will get someone in Antarctica to live stream with you if you tell me what it will prove if the sun is in the sky. What will that prove, Steve?
Well, Will,
answer the question, Steve.
First of all,
answer the question, Steve. If someone live streams with you in Antarctica at the time you suggest, what will that prove to you? Tell me right now.
That would have proved that the sun would have been in the sky, or it wouldn't.
Okay,
have
and
been,
what and why is that important in this whole debate over the shape of the Earth? Why is that important, Steve?
Because Will, the Bible specifically says that the sun circuits the Earth.
Okay, perfect.
And therefore
what?
Therefore, because the sun circuits the whole Earth and doesn't circuit what you call the fake continent of Antarctica, I'd worked out that the sun would have long gone, and there would be the albedo effect, which is the absence of sun, but there is light because of residual light, and also because of the glare of the ice. But there would be no sun in the sky, and I'd worked that out, and that's why I contacted
Okay, great.
you.
So, Steve, when someone does what you're asking, which I can arrange, and the sun is in the sky, will you admit you're wrong?
Right, Will. Right, you're asking this. This is we're talking about historically why you behaved the way you behaved.
So listen, Steve, this is very important. You are asking for something specifically. If I give it to you in the future, will you admit you're wrong about the shape of the Earth?
Well, you've already asked me that question.
Yes or no,
you?
Steve?
You asked me that. You asked me that live.
Steve, yes or no?
What? Will I? What?
Okay.
What? Hang on, Will.
Can I interject?
Can
I interject? Because the thing is,
Will,
Steve is not under cross-examination. Steve asked you a question which you're refusing to answer him, and now you're trying to.
Keith,
now
listen,
you're over talking
you guys. No.
Can you just wait 2 seconds so I can make my statement?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now the thing is, Steve asked you a very simple question. Okay. Now instead of just answering him, you're trying to cross-examine him on answering about why this. The point of the thing is, like he said, it's based on just being what you kept on your word. Your word was you would contact him. And instead of just saying, okay, yeah, I couldn't keep to my word or something, instead you're not trying to attack him and saying, because you don't want to, you want to go and we should get this live done now. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with your word.
I will talk about the past. I have a theory, Keith, that you guys do not care about proving the shape of the Earth. You don't care. You guys are unwilling. No,
Shit's
you
already
guys are
proven, right?
We're
unwilling.
attacking this now.
You guys are unwilling to do anything that would prove the earth is flat. You're unwilling to do anything. The only thing you guys are
It's
willing
already
to
proven,
do,
Duffy.
the only thing you guys are willing to do is sit in your houses and live stream with other flat earthers. That's it. Go back and look in history. No, stop. This is important. Keith and Steve, do you guys want me to help you do something that you think will prove flat earth and disprove the globe? Yes or no?
The Earth is already proven flat.
Yes or no?
We just want you to answer questions because
I'm going to
you are
answer
being
them.
very dishonest.
No,
That's
no,
why we're
Keith,
asking these questions
Keith,
live.
Keith
Because
and
we want you to
I'm
just
going
be
to
honest
answer.
for
No,
once and just answer the questions. The Earth is
All right.
flat, Duffy.
I'm
It's
out.
been proven
I'm
flat.
out. I'm out. Last chance. Do you guys want me to help you show the world that the flat is true and the globe is false? Do you want me to do that or not?
If you want to, it's already been shown flat, but go ahead. How are you going to do
No,
this?
so that you're proving my point. You don't want me to. See,
I just said
this
go
whole
ahead, but
thing-
how are you going to do this? It's already done.
Will,
I'm going to
Will.
give Steve the live stream that he asked for. Let's stop worrying about the past and let's do what you guys are saying right now would prove something to you, because guess what? I can arrange it. So are we going to
But Will,
focus
we've
on
got
the
the live
past,
stream
or are we
now.
going to focus on giving you guys what you want? Steve, do you want someone to live stream with you in Antarctica? Yes or no?
Will, we are live streaming
Steve,
now.
do you want
and this
someone
is
to
about
live
answering
stream with you from
questions.
Antarctica? Yes or no? Steve,
Will,
do you want someone to live stream
you-
with you from Antarctica? Yes or no?
No, I want to have a straight
Steve,
conversation
if
with
you
you
don't want
first.
someone to live stream with you from Antarctica, then you should have never asked me to do it. Last chance. Do either of you want someone to live stream with you from
Will,
Antarctica?
No, we want you to be honest and just answer questions when asked. That's it. That's what we're asking you, just to be honest and answer. There we go. You can't answer, guys.
Wow.
That shows,
That
thanks, Steve.
just-
This shows without a doubt he knows he lied. He knows what he's done is dishonest. I can't make it any more clearer.
Guys, if you're watching, whoever's watching, that was just unbelievable. Was I not just, just openly asking questions?
Yep, being very
I
clear.
can't believe it.
That's the reason why I brought it up. So you saw a 24-hour sun in Antarctica when you were there in December.
Yes,
Besides 20, 30 minutes, whatever, 40 minutes.
absolutely.
Okay.
I did indeed.
All right. I've been waiting the whole podcast to ask you that question because I see penguins in the background. Those penguins?
Those are penguins.
Okay, cool. All right. I was
Yeah.
waiting I was waiting patiently for you to explain everything before I asked, because that's obviously a side note, not important.
I love it.
What we were actually talking about. Very interesting, Betty. Thank you.
In the quiet at night, with my heart laid bare, something stirring inside, like a silent prayer. You gave me this flame, a purpose divine. Lord, help me